Hey everybody, it's Scott. I just thought I'd make another video. I'm trying to get more regular about it, but I'm not as regular as I would like to be. A lot of what I thought about today, I've written down, and you'll see me looking off to the side to read my notes. Um, Realistically, what I'm talking about today is about money. Since I was in high school, it's just been if you make $10, spend $11, and if you make 50,000 a year, spend $50,001 a year. Um, I think the conversation needs to change. I think that so many people need to go back to, well, as an example, my grandfather grew up in the Great Depression and during the pandemic of the Spanish influenza. And he was very much into saving. Um, I don't talk about it a lot, but he actually was approached during World War II to not enlist as a soldier because they needed him to grow food. He was a farmer. And so the government told him, don't be a soldier, just grow food and we'll come to your place and you supply us with food with because he had cattle and chickens and a garden, two gardens. He was he was quite the farmer. And having grown up in the Great Depression, even when I was a kid, it was very weird to see him be like, "Oh, you're supposed to save everything. You need to save everything," and then watch my parents spend everything. And that's what I was told. I'm not saying I'm wealthy and I have a hidden stash of money. I just was told, no, 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 no. What you need to do is if you make 50,000 a year, spend 50,001 dollars a year. Um, I think this pandemic that we're going through has exploited people, has exposed us, not recreated us. It's exposed us, and the fact that we're mortgaged to the eyeballs and we spend more than we save. And the reality is, the conversation in the country of the United States needs to change. Needs to change to saving. Um, I looking at my notes again. I'm not saying save every penny that you have. Just start small. Like there's apps where you can sign up, and when you buy something, it'll round it up. So if it costs $10.49, it's going to round it up to 11, and it's going to take that 50 plus cents and then put it in savings. If it costs $113.45, it's going to round it up to 115 and put the excess in savings. I think the conversation needs to change in this country to saving some. It doesn't mean you have to save everything. It doesn't mean you have to tighten your belt. But once this storm is over, once this pandemic is over, and everyone's back to their quote unquote normal life, don't spend everything you have. I remember years ago, I had a very good friend about 10 years ago, and he bought a house in Southern California, and literally he got spoken to by the realtor and the mortgage people who said you're not getting a big enough house, you're not spending enough money. And he was like, well, this is kind of what I've decided, so we need to stay in this realm. And he was right. It's like you don't, like a very famous businessman has said, do you need four jerseys or three? Do you need five pairs of pants, or is two plenty? And you can wash them in between. It's like, and put the money that you have in savings. And then when it gets big enough, put it in investments. It's like, take care of yourself. Don't just buy crap. Don't just buy tchotchkes. Don't buy dust collectors. Invest that money. Make that money work for you. I really feel that this viral pandemic has exposed us. It's exposed in me. It's exposed everybody in the fact that you should have saved a little bit. You should have put a little bit away. You've had, 100 years since it was a pandemic like this, and no one really wanted to save. So anyway, right now the world's in a storm, and I understand that. And right now it's difficult for a lot of people, and I understand that. But I also understand that this storm's going to pass. When it passes, just put a little bit into savings and make yourself worth more. Make it so that if you have another pandemic, you can weather the storm. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to make it short. Be positive, be optimistic, and be a leader. Thank you.